Hi there. Last time I posted a video about the billboard incident, and a senior colleague of mine reached out and asked me to make a video describing the human factors that could have led to that incident. I promised you I was going to make another video in a question and answer section, but I've been quite busy recently and I couldn't make that video. So today I want to fulfill the promise, and instead of a question and answer section, I'm making a video to describe the human factors that could have led to that incident. Now, the fact is, human factors are a common cause of accidents anywhere in the world. And now, let us look at some of the common human factors that would have led to that incident. Number one is human error. Now, the truth is that people can make mistakes, and that is why it's important that people write SOPs. When we say SOPs, we mean standard operating procedure, or what we call the safe work system. Now, it is important that people write a safe work system, and this will help them to follow a particular procedure and avoid human error. One of those kind of human errors that would have happened in that incident, probably they didn't calculate the distance between the billboard and the pole and the power line rather, and that led to that incident when the billboard tilted to the power line and they got electrocuted. Another one is behavioral factors. Some people have poor behaviors, you understand, even when they know that something is wrong, they just want to go ahead and do it. It's as a result of their attitude. So behavioral factors could lead to accident. Sometimes people just believe that nothing will happen. You've heard that people say that nothing will happen. That's a behavioral factor that can lead to accident. Then another thing is poor decision making. Poor decision making can come from a couple of factors. One of them is as a result of poor training. Another one could be as a result of influence. Of course, also as a result of attitude. People make poor decisions, and when they make poor decisions, it could lead to accidents. Sometimes people take unnecessary risk in on the job, and that's poor decision making. Another human factor would have been stress and fatigue. Now, when people get tired while doing their jobs, it is important that people take rest. But if people insist or pressures are put on people to continue a job when they are tired, it could lead them to fatigue and stress, and this could make them make poor decisions and increase the likelihood of an accident. So it's important that when you plan a job, plan time for rest. Then another human factor here is training and skills. How competent were the people that did that job? Were they trained? If they were trained, did they have the necessary skills? Now, this now is an employer's responsibility. If a contractor picks a job and wants to employ people to do the job, he must ensure that the people are skilled. And if they are not skilled, he must provide them with training. Now, we need to ask, who gave those guys those jobs to do? Were they trained? Then number 6 is complacency. Complacency means people just don't feel like doing what they are supposed to do. And here, I'm going to put it on the regulatory body. The regulatory body, I will believe, has been complacent in this kind of situation because people erect billboards all the time. Who supervises them? What is the process of achieving an approval for a billboard? What are the standards described? What are the standards for erecting a billboard? What are the standards for a billboard in a particular location? What are those standards? Because if we don't define them, we're going to leave room for errors. And when we leave room for errors, we are only leaving room for accidents to occur. So the regulatory agency for this particular kind of project must also sit up and be held responsible for such things in the future. Because if they provide standard, the people mean will have to, you know, um, comply to their standard. And another form of complacency is what I see every day that cause accident. And what is that? I have been doing this before. When people have done something and done something, nothing happened to them, they tend to ignore safety rules, ignore all kinds of safety rules, safety concerns, and drop them to the background and move on as if nothing will happen. These guys think that they're actors, they don't die. Listen, because an accident has not happened does not mean that it cannot happen. Follow safety rules all the time. Number 7 is environmental factors. There could be environmental factors that could change while doing the jobs. Humans should be able to understand and not interfere with environmental factors. For instance, let's say that you are walking and it suddenly wants to rain. It's only sensible that you live there if you're working with electrical equipment. But sometimes people want to go on and have problem. Then finally, I want to talk about supervision. Supervision is key when carrying out job. The supervision by the regulators, supervision by the owner of the project, and on the side supervision by the people who were doing the job. Now, these human factors can be corrected through the provision of training, instruction, supervision, and strict enforcement. We don't want to see these kind of accidents anymore in our communities. We don't want to see them anymore. The regulators should sit up, contractors should sit up, and workers should up their game. Don't die working for anybody because they fail to provide the necessary safe environment. If it's not safe, I always tell you, don't do it. Remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your health, take care of your safety. There are people waiting for you back home. And more importantly, take care of the environment, as that's the only environment we have. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.